Hey everyone, we hope that you're doing well. We just wanted to take a moment to send a short little video to give you guys an update on our lives. We thought you might like to see our faces and hear our voices. So, first of all, we have some really exciting news for you. We're
pregnant.
Yeah. So we're 16 weeks pregnant. So that means that the baby will be arriving sometime around the end of October, early November. Babe, how do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel really good, and no pressure.
Are you nervous about having another child?
No, not much. That's what we want. So
Yeah. So as you guys obviously know, the world is in a pandemic and most things are shut down. Everyone's kind of in between not knowing what to think or believe and like how to operate as a family. We're in the same role. So I haven't looked at the latest statistics today, but I think we're around how many cases?
I'm not looking at them now.
Between 40 and 60. I can't remember. But there's not very many cases in our city. A lot of them are in the capital city. So we've been mostly staying at home, but we're kind of at the place where we want to reevaluate and ask the Lord, like, okay, what does the next month look for us? Because we have a lot of projects to be a part of. And so right now, Mary, who is our kind of nanny and house helper, she's been staying home. And so we don't have as much time to be able to focus on our work. So that's one thing is that you can be praying with us is wisdom about that. But in the last few weeks, Kossi has been doing some more work, and so he's going to share a little bit about that with you.
So the Extending Hope organization have been going to the village where the clinic is to educate people about coronavirus, and I always there to document how they are educating people, and they are giving masks and giving different stuff to the clinic. So have been really good, and see how people were very motivated in the village in a way that we are educating them about the coronavirus and being aware of how to take care of themselves.
I think we take for granted, like in the United States, we have podcasts, we have news resources, we have social media. We're constantly learning about updates of what's happening with coronavirus, but people in the village, they don't really have that. And so Extending Hope has been able to kind of get rid of some of the fears that people have and bring some clarity. Like there was rumors that, coronavirus is really just another version of malaria. And so there was just really a lack of education. So Extending Hope has been going to educate the people and provide some resources that they need. Another thing that we've been working on, Kossi's been documenting the ministry with Brothers Keeper, which is the ministry for street kids. So what are some of the things they're doing?
I've been documenting the Brothers Keeper, which is the street kid ministry here. Lately, I was documenting about the chicken projects. So they are raising chicken. This is the first time they are starting raising the chicken. So it's been amazing to go there, to stay with them and to interact with them, and to see how they are really growing since they came.
Yeah. Asante's been working really hard with them, and so it was really cool for Kossi to be able to go, and he's been working on like a 10-minute video for them, and so you'll probably see that in the next week or so too. And then what we do a lot of the time is raising our kids. So we've been staying busy with running around with them, celebrating them for their birthday, changing diapers, just the usual. So another thing I wanted to update you guys on is the immigration process. And so I know last email I had sent you guys, I had said that we were hoping to move to the US next year. And so that decision was kind of made out of the limited knowledge that we had. And so since then, we found out that we actually don't have to move within the year, that we can take as long as we want, and then each year just be kind of doing some of the steps to getting Kossi an immigrant visa. And so we now are kind of back to the drawing board, but really feeling like we'll probably stay here for a few more years, just because we feel like this is where God has us in this season, and we feel like it's where he can really use our gifts, and also where we can raise our kids in a safe environment. No guarantees, but we're kind of moving in the direction that we might stay here longer. But we also hope that maybe in the next year and a half we could come for like a visit just to see you guys. So we'll need prayers for that, because you know our luck with immigration. Lastly, we just want to share with you guys some of our prayer requests. So I've already kind of shared those with you, but number one is obviously wisdom in navigating this virus. We don't want to live in fear, we want to live in wisdom, but we also feel like our job, we're not able to have Zoom meetings with the guys that we work with. Like, we need to meet with them in person. And so for me personally, like, there's a lot of projects that I need to be working on. And then also without having Mary in the house, it's hard to be able to do that. And so pray with us as we kind of like shift our focus, or not shift our focus, but how we, we move forward in the next like month or so. Also, you can be praying for Malawi. For those of you that have been following us for a while, last year we had elections, and then a few months later, those elections were taken to court, and they ruled that basically there was a lot of fraud, and so they called for a re-election originally in May. It's been postponed to July. So currently our country is having massive campaigns. Thousands of people are gathering to hear what these different guys have to say. So please be praying for our nation, for safety amidst coronavirus, but then also safety because this is going to be a really big election. And so we're just praying against hostility. And also we want to like praise God for the growth that we've seen in the young men at Brothers Keeper. These guys have grown so much. They are hungry for the Lord. They're hungry for mentorship. And it's just so cool to see that. And we really want to thank God for that. And then, as we've shared in the past, we're really in need of an increase in financial support, not only because we're expecting another child at the end of the year, but just as our family grows, we just like haven't really reached our like sustainable spot in our support. So we really welcome you to, whether that's increase your support, or if you're not financially supporting us right now, to join on board. We'd be so privileged to have you be a part of our team. Lastly, we've gotten some support to buy a second car. And so since everything with coronavirus, we've just been kind of sitting on it and wanting to wait and see what would happen. And so right now we're kind of like trying to reevaluate. Originally we thought that we would just buy like a really tiny car, but now we're kind of thinking maybe we should get a minivan so that we can fit our family more easily, and then also fit guests that come with us. But that would be probably another $2,500 to $3,000 that we need for that vehicle. And that would also allow like Kossi to go to the village when he's doing his work. I have the freedom and mobility to do what I need to do around here, whether that's going to Bible study, grocery stores, and then also not to feel trapped if there's ever like an emergency. So that's the update from the Akbis. Do you have anything?
Thank you guys so much for supporting us and for believing in us, what we are doing here. We really appreciate your effort and your prayers. May God bless you.
Good.